FNAF World is awesome. The commonly referred to black sheep in the franchise is honestly still to this day one of the most fun Five Nights at Freddy's games. It's fair to say that Scott was cooking with this one. One of my favorite parts of the Five Nights at Freddy's series is how replayable the games are, and FNAF World takes that to the next level. I mean, with 48 different characters, there is so much fun to be had. Well, sadly, not all the characters are built the same. For example, Crying Child. They have 0 attacking moves, but they have gift boxes, so it's so cool. Then we have Shadow Freddy, with only one-hit KO moves. Okay, a bit of a troll meme character, so whatever. Then we have Paper Pals.
Oh, hell no.
Looks like Scott was even confused why he put them in the game. Huh? Paper Pals are arguably the worst character in the game, boasting the horrendous moveset of Prize Ball 2, Mystery Box 2, and Mimic Ball. So, could a whole team of 8 Paper Pals beat all of FNAF World? That's what we're trying to answer today. Now, of course, in the vanilla game of FNAF World, we can't select a party of 8 Paper Pals. However, there's this awesome modded version of FNAF World we can play called FNAF World High Difficulty Same Character, a mod that lets us freely scale the difficulty and also select the same character. First, we have to actually understand why Paper Pals are the worst in the game by looking at its moves. First and foremost, the most simple move they have is Mimic Ball. Using Mimic Ball spawns an orangey thing that basically replays every move selected afterwards for a short amount of time. Pretty nice and great utility. However, that's where the positives for Paper Pals end, as their next moves are dog water to say the least. Next, we have Mystery Box 2, a move that completely randomizes both of your teams. This can pick from any character in the game, excluding the Halloween update roster. Obviously, not a very helpful move, and one we are actually banning. Finally, we have Prize Ball 2. Prize Ball 2 seems like it uses any random move in the game, but it actually only pulls from a limited list. This list being Balloons, Freddles, Bloom Balloon, Pizza Wheel 2, Rainy Day 2, Toxic Balloon, Unscrew 2, and Water Hose 2. So not only can Paper Pals not have any consistency in their moveset, they also never guaranteed an attacking move. With all that being said, can we beat FNAF World on hard mode with only Paper Pals? Follow my Twitch. Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. Alrighty, so on this screen, we get to do a fixed party. So what we do is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have a full party, just the Paper Boys. Going into this challenge, I was honestly clueless. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I just knew the basic moves of Paper Pals and just hoped for the best. Let's do this shit. Of course, we're on hard mode because we like it hard, we like it difficult. That's just how it be. Dude, this music is so calm. Damn, this game is fucking loud, bro. Holy shoot. My main strategy at this point was just to spam the move Prize Ball 2 and also set up a Mimic Ball once in a while just to get some extra attacks in. One thing I left out in the Prize Ball 2 description is that it actually has a description in the game, saying that it does a random high tier attack. Now, I don't think high tier is the right word for this because the attacks are still pretty mid, but in the early levels of the game, it still is way above the power level, meaning I would just swamp all the enemies and the bosses would be no problem. There is a boss up here I'm pretty sure we have to fight. So far, enemies, I think, are going to be fine. Balloons and Freddles are really good, but bosses is what they're what I'm really worried about. This one, I guess I spoke too soon, because I always forget how absolutely slow you are in this game. What the fuck is going on? I just made a penis out of the balls, bro. Pretty soon I'd be cruising through the game almost like a normal playthrough, walking around, picking up important bites, and steaming through bosses. However, FNAF World has a very noticeable bad difficulty curve, going from piss easy to very hard and annoying. And I wouldn't really get hit with this realization until later in the game. So to save you time instead of watching this average playthrough, we can skip to the first boss I've really struggled with, Brow Boy. Oh, he's up here, isn't he? Yeah, there's the man. Alright. I think this might actually be the first difficult boss we have to go through, but we shall see. Lock in. Damn, dude. I don't even think I did half of his health. Alright, we need to get some chips. After backtracking and picking up some chips, it was time to run it back with Brow Boy. Alright, Brow Boy, I'm back. We're so close, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, this balloon's scaring us. Oh, dude! No way! The last second unscrew! I was so dead there. I saw the balloons flying towards me, bro. Let's go. Let's freaking go. This celebration was not yet warranted. You see, FNAF World is kind of stupid. When you die, you get sent back to the start of the level, not where you last click the save button. Because of this, there's a lot of situations where you have to fight multiple bosses in a row, and if you lose to the last one, you have to go back to the first one. This is one of those situations where after Brow Boy, we immediately have to fight Bubba. Okay, I'm pretty sure if we die here, we have to fight Brow Boy again. And we got really lucky with Brow Boy, so let's see if we can just get past it. Yeah, it's over, dude. No getting saved last second this time, man. Alright, so where do we spawn when we die? Pretty sure it takes us before Brow Boy. Please don't be true, though. Yeah, it takes my ass at the beginning, dude. Wait, hold up. I just got to my second team, and Brow Boy's about to die. I think I might actually be able to kill him. Okay, I guess I can actually kill him now. I think it's because I got the pearl, and I think the pearl heals you over time. That is correct, little bro. The pearl does indeed heal you over time. What I never realized is that the paper pearls were actually kind of bulky. They had a lot of health. So pretty soon I would realize the meta of using a high health build. Any consistency I can get with the paper pearls is huge, especially because the bosses are starting to become so hard I have to rely on unscrew strategies. Now is finally a time we talk about unscrew strategies. The only move we really care about now in Prize Ball 2 is Unscrew 2. The reason for this is because moves like Pizza Wheel 2 and Frettles are bugged and don't scale with our level, so they do a set amount of damage. That is not helpful to us. Because of this, the only way we could ever realistically defeat these bosses is using Unscrew 2, a move that only has around a 5% chance of hitting. Remember, we already have a 12.5 chance of getting Unscrew 2 from Prize Ball 2, and now we have a 5% chance on top of that to kill the boss, making the chances low. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I think there may be something bugged here with these chances. If these percentages were true, this challenge would have taken me days and maybe even weeks with how many bosses we have left. But overall, hitting the kill really only felt like a 1 in 100 chance, maybe even a bit lower. If you're wondering, these odds did not scare me. You see, I used to be a very avid shiny hunter in Gens 3 and 4, and in those games you have a 1 in 8192 chance in finding a shiny completely randomly. So compared to those odds, I was willing to sit my ass down and wait. Yes! That was disgusting. I spit a little bit from that. Let's go, dude. Oh my god. Wait, there's another fight? Dude, you're kidding. There's another fucking... Oh, wait. Okay, good. We can try this one. Okay. Dear Jesus, dude. Porkpatch. This ain't Pigpatch. Porkpatch here would end up testing my patience more than any other boss in this entire game. However, while fighting Porkpatch, I ended up finding something that actually shakes the FNAF World community. If you have ever played FNAF World or you do FNAF World challenges, you need to listen up because this changes everything. What I found out was that if you close the game before the fight is over and gaming over, when you start up the save file again, it starts you at the beginning of the fight, meaning that you don't have to worry about constant resets and also the chain where you have to beat multiple bosses in a row. First, I thought this may have been a thing with the ROM hack I was using, but it's actually a thing in the vanilla FNAF World. Check this out. Okay, this is the boss. This is a boss in the game. We're going to the fight. Alright, we're fighting, whatever. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do this right now. So I exited out of the game, right? Exit out of the game. So normally, the problem we were having before was that we would have a line of bosses. Like before, we had Brow Boy, and then we had to fight Bubba immediately. And that was annoying because if I died to Bubba, I got restarted here. But let's say I'm like, you know what, whatever. Like, let's say I was about to lose that fight. We don't know that, but let's say hypothetically I was about to lose that fight. I exited out in the fight. Continue. It's gonna take us here. Done. Look what happens. This is in the vanilla game. This is not the fan game. This is not the ROM hack modification. We spawn back into the fight. So what we can do is basically, we can just, like, if we're about to lose, we just exit out. We can go back into it. We don't have to fight the same bosses in a row. That's a big problem with this game. You have to fight a bunch of bosses in a row a lot of times, and you get no save in between. This does feel kind of like cheating a little bit, but it wasn't the vanilla game. I'm surprised I have not seen this before, because I know when other people do FNAF World challenges, a big problem is the fact that they have to fight multiple bosses in a row, but the fact that I'm not doing like a FNAF Nuzlocke, I think it's okay if I use it. But let me know if you disagree. Maybe this is, you know, if you think this is stupid, but I think with how RNG dependent this run is, this just saves me a whole lot of time. At this point in the run, the only thing that's really helped with is getting faster resets for the unscrew chance, but even with that, it took me 50 minutes to get this fight.
For sure.
Oh my god! 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 Turn on my fucking light. It unplugged. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just chilling, watching YouTube video. Give me that key. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god, dude. Game is one massive headache, dude. I was on that for like 30 minutes, I think. I turned the volume down to like 3 on my computer, and then I just turned on a YouTube video, turned off my light. Oh my god, but it is nowhere near over. Truer words could not have been spoken more clearly, because it was nowhere near over. At this point in the game, before we can fight the 2 final bosses, the Owl and Scott, we have to go around the map and click on buttons. Guarding these buttons are 3 bosses that are much harder than anything we have fought so far. At this point in the challenge, I was worried. I feel like this wasn't enjoyable to watch, and it definitely was not enjoyable to do, so I ended up having to make a decision that was disappointing.
Good night, everyone.
I have made a decision. I think how this is going so far is one of the most unfun things I've ever done in my entire life. I've done a lot of unfun things. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstate Mystery Box 2. I think it makes me more interesting, makes more variety. Does it kind of ruin the challenge? I guess. Technically, I'm still only using paper PALS. Technically, but not really. I just think for the sake of just like the content, how interesting it is, and then also just like my own personal experience, I think it's more fun. If you think that's stupid, then do it yourself. This was a sad decision, but honestly, I didn't want the rest of the video to just be a reaction compilation to me hitting this incredibly small percentage of a chance. For a refresher on Mystery Box 2, it's a move that completely randomizes your entire team with any character in the game except the Halloween update characters. With this, I have 2 strategies. 1, we get a team with a bunch of members with unscrew, so we just spam unscrew hoping that we get the kill. Or 2, we get a team with gift boxes on them so we can try and whittle down the opponent as much as possible. The latter being the more optimal one because again, we care so much about consistency in this game. However, if you think the rest of the run is free now, remember this game is still incredibly difficult, especially because we're dealing with now characters who have no levels on them and they just die immediately fast. So even when I get gift boxes, there's still a huge chance I can die. Another problem is that we also have to get a character with gift boxes, which in this game is a 4.17% chance, as there's only 2 characters in this game that have gift boxes. But still, I'm not gonna lie, it did make the challenge way more consistent and also gave more variety, which was a lot more fun. Before long, we were able to make it past those 3 bosses, click all the world's buttons, and finally make it to the second to last boss, the Owl. Oh my god, he's hit on screw! Oh my god, he's hit on screw! Oh my god. Okay, no gift boxers that time. Give it 2 seconds after I say I'm gonna reset for gift boxer, don't reset for gift boxer, and I get the gangsta win. I get the gangsta win! Yeah! Let's go. Do this shit. If this was normal mode, this would be the end of the game, but we don't play normal. We make things harder. And harder is what we did make it because Scott here does not play around. Not only does he just insta-hit your team and kills them immediately, he also has the intense move of 4th wall, which completely just wipes your entire team without any exception. Now, I actually lied to you earlier in this video. Earlier I said that Porkpatch took me the most time, but actually Scott took me the most time. And it took me 2 hours to get this run. Oh my god, we just got gift boxes. Oh my god, okay. Okay, we got gift boxes. We got gift boxes, okay. It still is not free. This is still not free. But gift boxes and Golden Freddy's are really nice. Gift boxes and Golden Freddy is very nice because what we can do is set up an infinite gift box system using Golden Freddy's moves Haunting and Jump Scare, moves that stun Scott, making it so that he cannot attack us, so it gives us enough time to set up some gift boxes. However, the situation is still not perfect as we have Endo 01 and Nightmare Chica, characters who do very little damage. However, we can still basically live forever, guaranteeing our victory. Come on. No! No! Oh my god, no! So... Oh my god. I think it's just over. Dude, I've been in this fight for literally like 5 years.
And then he went to bed. The end.
Ho, ho, ho. Aww.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hit it. Oh my god, I hit it. Oh my god. I hit it.
Bruh.
I beat the game by only using paper pals. Slay. Graham. There we go. Now, I know this isn't the ending you wanted. I know you're upset with me because I used Mystery Box 2. So, to make up for it, I am going to try Got only paper pals, actually. See how far we get into it. Now, I really didn't know what I was signing myself up for. Again, the chance of killing Scott with a random unscrew 2 from a random prize ball is such a low chance, especially because it took me 2 hours to beat Scott with Mystery Box 2, but I knew it had to be done. I knew I had to sit on my ass doing jack all until I got this kill. But what I wasn't expecting was this. That took less time. That took less time than it did to beat it without the paper pals. I'm gonna piss myself. I need to pee. We did it, Jazz. We did it, Jasmine. Oh my god. Do I sing again? I beat the game again. This time with actually only paper pals. Wow. That feels good. It did indeed feel good. Thank you so much for watching this far if you have. This is my first video on the second channel that I have. If you don't know, I have a main channel, me Mario, where I make commentary videos, and I decided, you know what, I love video games, and I love doing hard video game challenges, so let me do a second one. So, appreciate it. Please subscribe, I didn't mean a lot, and follow my Twitch in the bio to catch me doing these challenges live. That's it. Thank you so much. I'm excited to make more content.